Hello, everybody. We've been recording everything that has happened with the car.
Anything you'd like to say?
You're sexy.
Anything you'd like to say, Mickey? Not quiet. What are we doing right now? Waiting.
And we just saw so many obstacles.
We're at the oil change place because our battery sputtered us across 8 Mile and Southfield Freeway.
You know what? We stayed calm.
We're waiting at the oil change place, which the guy made it very clear to us that this is not a mechanic shop.
It's mechanical. We helped each other.
Now we're waiting in the car at the mechanic place. I mean, not the mechanic place.
They're not mechanical. Oil shop.
The oil shop.
And more importantly, we rely on Jehovah.
Which very, very nice people. We appreciate the fact that they do have batteries because that's what we need.
For sure.
We also need to exercise patience in this moment, so we're making this video.
And also, this helps me to just be thankful for Jehovah and being responsible with whether it's funds or decisions to do things, and with the battery going the way it is, say if we didn't have any money, then what? We wouldn't have been able to get a battery. So I'm thankful to Jehovah just being more mindful of how I spend money, what I do, because I probably wouldn't be able to get the battery. So Jehovah just continue to teach us and teach me. We gotta do what we gotta do. So when the alternator went out on Sunday after the meeting, we got the car towed back to the house.
We're back because the problem was not fixed. We thought it was, but it was not. After the meeting, the car wouldn't start. So, okay, keep calm, trust in Jehovah. How's Jehovah gonna help us through this? Well, a brother that parked next to us almost had a battery charger, and he charged the battery and it started. But we needed to get it someplace to look at the alternator because AOZZ put us on to let us know that could be the problem if the issue persisted. Thank goodness for AOZZ because the problem persisted. So we headed to AutoZone where we ran into my stepdad's father. And he helped us out to know that it is indeed the alternator. So we are on the side of the road waiting for our
tow truck.
So we're gonna see how Jehovah helps us through this with having to get a new alternator.
Yeah, because if this is not moving, then the tow truck will come and help us. And then when the tow truck is done helping us, then we'll be free.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yep.
And I immediately just went into detective mode of how I was gonna get it taken care of, fixed, and what was actually in my power that I could do. That was one thing that I definitely struggled with, was taking things into my own hand and taking shortcuts. Yeah.
We here. Yes.
So here is this.
Ooh. They graduated. So nice. Oh no, wait, that's Target. Why is there a D?
But I didn't do that. I called around. I ended up having neighbors that knew how they had mechanics that wanted to work on the car. We went on YouTube my wife went on YouTube and looked at how to take an alternator off a Trailblazer. We didn't have the parts, unfortunately, so we couldn't do it. So my neighbor had talked to one of his mechanics, and we asked him, how much would you cost to fix a piece on our car? He said, I can come do it for $60. And he was actually going to drive over and do it. So just in that process of getting that, so let me call my mechanic back, the brother I had normally work on my car. He actually answers the phone, picks it right up, was like, I just got finished actually working on the car. So if you want to, you can bring it over Tuesday night at 8 o'clock after the 8 o'clock, and I can work on it. So I was like, okay. So Jehovah's organization is beautiful. We had a sister take me to work Tuesday morning, and I was just telling her everything that has happened and how, like, man, I got this guy that said he'll put the part on for $60. And I got the brother that said he'll do it for $75. And she said something that really stuck with me. She said, do you want to have somebody that probably can do it fast, or do you want your brother to do it? Where I had to fight myself, because I was like, man, I got somebody that will drive over to my house and put the alternator on for me. He only going to charge me $75? Why not? Let's just do that so I wouldn't get to the meeting. But I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. But in the process, that did have its own obstacles. But we went outside that night as we were waiting on the car. We played bingo as a family, and we got the car towed, and we got the car back and running. So just waiting on Jehovah, patiently waiting on Jehovah, has definitely helped. So it was beautiful. So I thank Jehovah, and I thank Jehovah for giving me such a capable wife and family and friends that helped. So yeah.
Thank you for your story.
I want some water.
Oh, it's over here.
It was a huge test of faith because we had just come from the meeting. This is one of those things that you kind of put off, even though something is not right? But we were there now, right? What were we gonna do? That was a huge test of faith, because how was I gonna keep my mouth shut? Well, I reflected a lot on the convention from last year. Wife was not disconnected, but she found that she had to be more connected to her role as a helper instead of, taking care of the house like, you normally are kind of sort of like, you're not head, but, you take care of the goings on. But in this case, that wasn't my role. So I had to help, which meant I had to be quiet. There was nothing I could do. So guess what I did? I colored. After I prayed. Now let's not forget that, because
I think that same angel that shut the lion's mouth shut my wife's mouth. And I'm saying that to say that, it took a lot of force, because my wife speaks her mind, and I've definitely come to appreciate that, because, I have made decisions that, like, I wasn't listening. So I definitely appreciated her being quiet. Was definitely another example for me to make sure that I'm taking care of this. Well, working with Jehovah to take care of it.
Right, and so that's what it put me in the way to realize. I remember there was a brother who gave us a shepherding call, and he said something. He was like, well, I had said, I know that Jehovah is working through him, Uh-oh. I think there's a bee that went up my skirt. Look, we ain't finna do that now. Listen. I have to shake it out for a second, guys. Excuse me. I gave us a shepherding call, and I had said, I know Jehovah is, working through him. And the brother was like, you know that, right? And he just was quiet. And I don't know if this brother meant it the way that I took it, but I got the counsel that I feel like I needed for sure. I got the encouragement I felt like I needed. It was more so, if you know he's working through this person, this man, and let him work. That might mean making a mistake. It don't mean like just keep quiet all the time and just let your family just go down the drain and just, come on now. It's just to be remembered. You have that.
The flower.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the pancakes. It wants to eat with you.
Come on, B.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is that a booger?
Girl.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
I know.
Of course, don't just let your family just like die. But, in matters like this where you know that there's nothing that you can do that's going to make it better, best thing. And didn't unleash it on my daughter. I didn't unleash it on my husband. I actually unleashed it on the paper. Definitely inspired by the situation that we were going through. So yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to add? What did you?
We've been getting a lot of reassurance through the Watchtower, where it gave the example, is giving the examples of, capable wives and building with their husbands and, supporting the decisions that they make. And like she alluded to, where if a decision goes bad, that happens, but not to belittle or make your husband feel bad for the bad decision, because 9 times out of 10, a husband's not trying to live where their family is failing. That's not the goal. So when it does happen like that, we kick ourselves. So to have the extra, see what I told you, that definitely brings the morale down. But the point is, that didn't happen. That's because we relied on Jehovah. But when that does happen, I definitely appreciate how Eve has handled herself. And it just makes me more courageous to make sure that I am dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's when it comes to making decisions, because it affects them both. Yep.
That's true. It does affect us both. All 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Can I express my thoughts?
Sure.
My thoughts are when my tooth was loose and my mommy pulled it out so it can have the grown teeth in the thing. And so when there was message out of my mouth, then it starts just yank it out with thread. Then when the thread pulled it out, then my teeth were loose. And then I shaved my teeth all day. It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous.
Those were Mickey's thoughts. That's our Mickle Pickle.
Yep.
This episode of Proverbial Living, Wisdom in Action is brought to you by Proverbs chapter 3, verses 11 through 26. Please pause the video, take time to read and meditate on this beautiful, beautiful passage. It has really, really helped our family, and I know it's going to continue to come in handy in the years, days, weeks, and moments to come. Continue living holy. We'll see you next time. So the situation got fixed, thanks to Jehovah. We are back on the road. Leaving the car garage. I mean, not the garage, but it's not a parking garage. I mean, a mechanic. Dang it, I was trying to get the video, but I can't. Okay, it's fixed. Mickey, are you happy now? Okay. I said, are you happy now? Okay. Did you say a prayer to Jehovah to say thank you?